Can the latest electric cars go far enough on a single charge? To find out, we're going to see if these EVs can drive from here in Oxford all the way up into Scotland. Will they make it? I don't know. I also don't know exactly what will happen to each of these cars when they do fully run out of charge. Will they brick themselves? Come on, come on, come on. Will they lock their doors? Will they be immovable? Also, for a bit of fun, we're going to see how far our camera car, a 4-litre twin-turbo V8 Audi RSQ8 with 640 horsepower, can go on a full tank. Will it go further than the electric cars? We're going to find out. We might find out what happens when that runs out of fuel, and we'll do the maths as well at the end to find out if this is actually cheaper than running an EV. I'm Matt Watson, and you're watching CarWow. I'm a little bit worried about this. This would turn out to be one of the most stressful drives of my life. I'd have to deal with crazy weather, insane road rage, oh no, and one of the closest finishes in a CarWow EV range test I've ever experienced. My like mile. But before we get into that, let's reveal the challengers. The cars we're testing today are the Tesla Model Y, the Kia EV3 and the Skoda Enyaq Coupe. Then we've got the Chinese BYD C-Line 7, the Xpeng G6 and the Satin, which is the Leapmotor C10. Now all of these cars are the longest range versions that are available on sale today, and according to the manufacturer, this is what these cars should be able to do on a full charge based on the spec that we've got them in here. All these cars have been charged up to 100% overnight, but before we start driving, I want to see how far each car's trick computer thinks it can drive on a full battery. This Leapmotor is saying that on 100% of battery, it's going to be able to do 260 miles. Let's find out about the other cars. Tesla?
334 miles.
Kia?
813 miles.
What is the longest range electric car ever? Do you want to just check it again? That might be the actual trip.
396 miles.
That's still a lot. Skoda?
350 miles.
BYD? Yeah, we're doing that bit where we find out how many miles it's going to go.
It says 311 miles.
And finally, Xpeng.
351 miles.
Actually, it's not finally, is it? Audi RSQ8.
480 miles.
Ooh. Well, let's get on with it now. What we're going to do is drive these cars just in convoy and at the speed limit, obviously. And we're going to drive normally, as you would do if you're driving an electric car every day. But when the range starts to get really low, we're going to do what any normal person with range anxiety will do. You're going to back off the accelerator, you're going to drive slowly, and you're going to put it in the most eco-friendly, longest range mode possible. And we'll see exactly how far each of these cars can go. I'd also drive every car here during this test, and I'll tell you what I like about them and what I don't like about them. Starting with this Leapmotor C10. It has a relatively modest 70 kilowatt hour battery and a single electric motor that produces 218 horsepower and 320 newton meters of torque, which isn't a lot in electric car terms, but it is relatively cheap. The range actually kicks off at £36,500, but that's not the only good thing about it. The design, it's fairly minimalist, quite like that. Seating position's good, visibility is good, tech is pretty good as well. When it's stationary, it's quite an impressive car, especially when you consider the price. But I think it's the epitome of Chinese cars because it becomes less good and less convincing when you drive it. The steering's numb, the brakes are like an on-off switch, the handling is so-so, the performance is a bit sluggish and unresponsive, and the suspension, while soft most of the time, can get a bit jiggly and out of shape on bumpy surfaces. Really, this is a car for people that just want something cheap and aren't that into cars. Now we're going to do a range check-in. So we've been driving for 21 miles. This car has, oh, I have to press the button. Oh, come on, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Oh, blimey neck, come on, this is not easy. 88% of the battery remaining. It says I'm going to do a further 229 miles. My average energy consumption is running at 3 miles per kilowatt hour. This puts the Leapmotor in last place behind the BYD and the Skoda, which both have 292 miles of range remaining. The Tesla is next with 306 miles, then the Xpeng with 325 miles, and the Kia is currently in the lead with 340 miles of remaining range. But what about the Audi RSQ8 performance?
So I've still got a full tank, 475 miles range, and I'm averaging 19 miles per gallon.
We'll find out if any of the electric cars can close this gap later on. But now it's time to see if the Leapmotor can redeem itself. I reckon if you bought this car and showed it to your friend to go, look, got a new car, they'd go, all right. Anyway, it's a bit, isn't it? Now, as a car fan, I do notice it's nicked some designs from some other cars. The front's a bit like a Smart, the rear 3/4 is like a Mercedes GLB, and the back is a bit reminiscent of a Porsche Cayenne. Not really a fan, personally. This car's pretty good in the back seat. Now, many electric cars have the problem that having the batteries underneath the floor means that your feet are quite high up, so there's not much under thigh support, but there's so much room back here that you can just stretch out underneath the chair in front. Look at it, got big back windows as well, loads of headroom. I'm comfy, but let's try it with 3 people in the back at once. It's actually tight, isn't it?
Yeah, shoulder room's
It is on the shoulders.
It is really tight. Yeah, not great for 3, great for 2 though. Look, if I'm like that, you're right.
Ooh, yeah, this is lovely now.
Loads better, yeah.
The boot capacity of this Leap motor is 435 litres. Now, I've never opened the boot on this before. The team don't reckon I'm going to be able to. There's a button somewhere apparent. There it is. I've been doing this for 25 years. Laugh you might, Rory. Come on, Rory. Come on, let's see how much room there is. You've got to get under the parcel shelf. All right, I'm not sure, but let's try. Let's try. Will, if you can get in there as well. No, it's not happening. We think you can get in here. Right, let's get this cover down. You ready? Not that I care. You need to get in a bit more, Cameron. God, you're a bit chunky than I thought, mate. Here we go. I'm going to help this. It might hurt. That's a fail. You're right. Question is, does this car have a front boot? Well, let's see. There's definitely space for one, but they haven't bothered to create one. They could have lined this with some plastic. Anyway, I don't care. I'm getting in. Will I fit? Actually, I might. Can we shut this? Let's see if I can. Oh, I've got something jabbing me in the back. Go on.
You ready?
Yeah, go. Ah! Oh! That's you getting your revenge. Anyway, it's kind of a pass and a fail. Here at Northampton Services northbound, we've got just one rapid charger here. However, over there we have 6 others, but they're behind bars.
Can I escape? We cannot come out.
So we can't get and use them, which is annoying. But at least things are starting to happen in terms of infrastructure. For the next leg of my journey, I hopped into the XPeng G6 Long Range. It has a larger battery than the Leap motor at 84 kilowatt hours and a more powerful electric motor with 286 horsepower and 440 newton meters of torque. But at £45,000, it's also more expensive. This XPeng definitely feels more luxurious than the Leap motor. I do like the two-tone interior, I like the infotainment system, the digital driver's display is clear as well. I also like that it's packed full of tech. Check this out, right, look, you get like these blind spot cameras when you're indicating, that is nice. I also like the fact that yes, while everything is controlled through the screen, you do have shortcuts on the steering wheel for, look at this, I can control the fan speed and then toggle to do the temperature. That is really handy. What's not so good? Well, like with many Chinese cars, the driving experience. It's slightly better than the Leap motor, but still the ride is a little bit jiggly and leans a bit in the bends. The brakes are touch grabby and the steering is vague. And there's something very strange, right? I'm going to just take my hands off the wheel, just very briefly to show you this. I'm going to floor the throttle and look what happens to the steering wheel. It pulls to the right. It's rear wheel drive, why is it doing that? I get if it was front wheel drive, it's a bit odd. And then there's the steering wheel. This spoke is too thick and it annoys me because I normally like hold a steering wheel like that and rest my arm on the window ledge when I'm cruising along. I can't get comfy on this because of that and because this window ledge is too high. But then I guess I should be just driving like this, right? Let's just check in how the cars are doing. I'm going to start with this one. So we've done 51 miles. This has got 84% of its battery remaining. That's good for a range of 297 miles according to the trick computer. And the average energy consumption is 27.1 kilowatt hours per 100 miles, which works out to 3.7 miles per kilowatt hour. That puts the Xpeng in second place behind the Kia, which still has 303 miles of range remaining. The Tesla is in third place with 276 miles, the Skoda is fourth with 270 miles, the BYD is fifth with 259 miles, and the Leapmotor is last with just 192 miles of range remaining. Meanwhile, the Audi RSQ8 still says it has a full tank of fuel and should manage another 445 miles before it runs out. So far, it's averaged 22.8 miles to the gallon. I'm not a huge fan of the look of this Xpeng, apart from the number plate. I like that. It's sort of like they took the design of a Tesla Model Y, then did a whole Mercedes EQ thing where they like rounded off the edges and made it all smooth for aero, but it just looks like a bar of soap, and it's got a monobrow like Frida Kahlo. It's pretty nice in the back of this Xpeng. There's plenty of under thigh support, the seats are comfy, the materials feel nice, there's lots of foot space, lots of knee room, you can stretch out into the seat in front. Headroom's good as well. Let's try it with three in the back at once. No, it's the same, isn't it, as the Leapmotor?
Yeah.
Shoulders. I think headroom's worse as well.
Yeah, it's cutting here.
Once again, if I move out of the way though.
Oh yeah, that's lovely. Yeah, if you could just stay there.
Yeah,
Okay, sorry.
For hundreds of miles.
This is going to be the running gag the entire video. The big capacity of this Xpeng is 571 litres, so let's get some blokes into it. So first of all, Rory, actually it doesn't look like 571 litres, does it?
Which worries me because
I'm not sure if you're going to fit into that load cover. Oh, maybe. I'm going straight with you, Cameron. You need to kind of get your head. I think that was the right way.
that was the right way.
Yeah, I think so. You need to just get your face close to Rory's. So can I do something with your legs? Because you have to go into there. Right, I'm going to shot it. You ready? Yeah. It's this bit you've got to watch out for, but I think it might work with a little bit of help. Done. Now let's see if it's got a fruit. Oh no, it's like the blooming Leapmotor. I'm going to be even less comfy in this one though, because there's lots of wires everywhere and hoses, and hopefully I'm not going to get electrocuted. No, it's just a fail. For as long as I've been filming range tests, these chargers here at Leicester Forest East northbound Welcome Break have been out of action. But things are changing, because look over there, there's 8 new rapid chargers and there's space for 6 more. It's a whole bank here, finally. The next car I'm driving is the BYD C-Line 7. It has a 91 kilowatt hour battery, which is the biggest so far, and its dual motors produce a combined 530 horsepower and 690 newton meters of torque, so it's also the most powerful. However, it's also pricier than the Leapmotor and the Xpeng. This excellent all-wheel drive model, which has the longest range, starts at £59,000. This BYD noticeably feels the most expensive to sit in. The materials feel lovely. I quite like the design as well. Yes, most is still done through the screen, which is a bit annoying, but overall, it just feels more like a quality product. Love the seats. They've got this quilting effect and they're comfy and they hold you nicely. I like it. Storage is pretty decent, and we've got 50-watt wireless charging, which is perfect. What don't I like? Well, I think driving wise, it is the best of the 3 I've driven so far, but still the suspension can feel a little bit jiggly at higher speeds, the steering's numb, the brakes are a touch grabby. It's got a load of performance though when you put your foot down. It's just that it doesn't feel as fast as the horsepower would suggest, because this is a heavy car. It's getting on for 2.5 tons, and you do sort of feel it. It feels like a bit of a tank. We've now done 80 miles, so we're going to do another check-in. I've got 73% of my battery remaining, which is good for a range of 228 miles, and I'm averaging 31.5 kilowatt hours per 100 miles, which works out to 3.2 miles per kilowatt hour. That meant the BYD is in 5th place, ahead of the Leapmotor, which only has 161 miles of range remaining. The Tesla is 4th with 248 miles of range, and the Skoda is just 1 mile ahead in 3rd place. The Xpeng is in 2nd with 265 miles left, and the Kia is still out in front with 279 miles of range remaining. Meanwhile, the Audi RSQ8's tank is about 85% full, which should take it another 410 miles. This BYD is the first car I actually like the look of. I like the front, I like it from the side, I like the back. It's not bad for a family EV. It feels quite luxurious here in the back of the BYD, just the materials. You've got really deep seat bases, you can recline the seat back a bit, headroom. It's all right, it's not as good as the other two. Knee room's good though, foot space is decent though. It's a bit hard to squeeze your feet under the seats in front, but overall very happy with it back here. Let's try it with 3 in the back at once. Oh, the seat is already kind of slightly raised up and uncomfy.
Well, it's better.
So it's better.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
I still find it a real squeeze on the shoulders.
The shoulders are still quite a squeeze, I'd say, but the headroom's better.
Right, try it without me.
Yeah, that's all right, isn't it?
Yeah, lovely.
There we go. This BYD has 520 litres of boot space, so less than the Xpeng, but let's have a look. Oh, good, look. This is handy. I can show you the new carwow merch, look. Carwow there, then on the back. Some cars. Can you name those cars? Can you recognise them? A nice carwow hoodie, once again with that design on the back. Plus a t-shirt with some kind of drifting action going on there. Look on the back. Lovely. Now, oh God, I've dropped this one on the floor. This one's for you, Will. So, if you'd like to get yourself some of this merch, and it feels really lovely actually, you can just click on the pop-out banner up there. There's also a link in the description of this video. Anyway, let's get on with the boot test.
Oh, cramp!
Right.
This is extremely tight already.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, Cameron.
The camera's not fitting it. There's absolutely no way.
I don't know. I think you're wrong. You've got to get your head in there, mate. No, this is going to be the prop. No, you're right. It's
HRable.
that's a no. I mean, look, he could have done it. It's just these legs are. Let's fail. Now let's see if we've got a front boot. So far, the Chinese haven't been doing a good job. But yes, BYD, they are building your dreams. It's a decent size, actually. I can just about squeeze my hips in. Whoops. I thought I wasn't getting out of there. So far, the BYD looks like the best all-rounder, but how will it compare with my next car, the Skoda Enyaq Coupe? At just over £50,000, this Edition 77 rear-wheel drive model is cheaper than the C-Line 7, but then it does have a smaller 77 kilowatt-hour battery, and instead of the BYD's dual motors, it has a single electric motor with 286 horsepower and 545 newton-meters of torque. But somehow, the Skoda seems to put all this to better use. I can tell you right from the get-go that I prefer driving this Skoda. It just feels more natural. The suspension is a little bit on the firmer side than the other cars I've driven, but it still goes over bumps well, and it just makes the car feel responsive. In fact, the controls just feel natural and they do exactly what you expect. The steering, the brakes, the accelerator. Considering the power difference between this and the BYD, this doesn't really feel any less punchy. I like it. I just feel more at home driving this than the others. It's not all good though. While the interior design is pretty nice, and like the quality is generally good, this part of the door handle just feels cheap, and you touch that quite a bit. Also, I feel like I'm being shortchanged on screen real estate when it comes to the digital driver's display. Yeah, it says everything you need it to, but I'd just rather have a bigger screen because it just looks more modern. Speaking of which, the infotainment system on this seems just a little bit laggy and lower def, and just not quite as high tech as in the Chinese cars. Also, I think this car is a little bit noisier. Not by much, but I do notice it. This car's been facelifted recently, but the facelift isn't as extreme as with the Tesla Model Y. I mean, that car's rear end has been, well, they've massively improved it. There is the old one. Doesn't look anywhere near as good. Now, wait a minute, what's going on here? Oh, that's a nice move. It's a very nice move. Didn't even have anyone in front of him to overtake yet. Oh, look, we've got a battle going on. Oh, no. Oh, no. Welcome to Great Britain. What's going on now? This guy in the Astra van is going to do an undertake. Oh, no. Tesla guy's having none of it. He's blocking him in. Oh, here we go again. What are you guys trying... Oh, that was a bad move. What are you trying to achieve? I don't know what happens when it rains, which it does often in this country. Motorists just lose their minds. I felt the need to split them up. I'd had enough of that fighting. So far, we've done 101 miles, and this Skoda has 66% of its battery remaining, which is good for 210 miles. It's averaging 4 miles per kilowatt hour. That means the Skoda has dropped to 4th place ahead of the BYD on 195 miles and the Leapmotor on 132 miles. But it's now behind the Tesla in 3rd, which has 221 miles of remaining range. The Xpeng is still in 2nd place with 238 miles left, while the Kia is still in the lead with 250 miles of remaining range. Skoda have recently facelifted the Enyaq, but it really works. The car just looks so much more special now than before. Also, this is the coupe version, so it's got a slopey rear end, and I think this one looks better than the standard car. Overall, this is the best looking car so far. This Enyaq definitely feels cheaper here in the back, especially compared to that BYD with its nice materials and lovely seats. Though the seats on this seem to be the highest from the ground, so you get the most under thigh support. They're quite firm, and I don't think I've got as much room as in the other cars, but still there's plenty. Look, loads of knee room, lots of foot space, headroom's decent as well, and actually I quite like the seating position in this. Let's try it with 3 people in the back at once. Come on then, guys.
Ooh,
That's
not good.
So we thought the others were narrow,
No, this is
right?
worse.
But this is the worst so far, isn't
Absolutely,
Yeah,
yeah.
definitely.
it? We don't like this three in the back.
No.
Is there any point in me sitting on your lap, Nick? Oh, that's it. Go on, just go on. What's it like? No. The idea is to like check the headroom and stuff. Is the headroom okay? It's a bit tight in the others.
It's
You know
still
what,
tight.
it's not great either, yeah.
It's probably because it's the coupe version. If you had the normal version, it'd be a bit better. Boot capacity of this Enyaq is 570 litres, which is just 1 litre less than the Xpeng. I'm having to stand on here because we've got a river going by. I don't know what that was about, but looking at it, this boot looks the biggest by far in terms of usability. Come on then, Rory, after you, sir.
Hopefully the river will clean Cameron's shoes off before going in my mouth.
I think we can power up. I'm going to gamble on a whale rather than a Cameron. Come on, go on.
It's like my mistress.
That's it, look at it.
Jesus.
You ready? You ready? We want this, guys. We want this. Come on. Can I do it without touching him? Yes! It fits a Rory and a Will. You relieved, Cameron. Cameron got to sit this one out. Now let's check out the front boot. There isn't one, and this is the first car that doesn't have gas struts to hold up the bonnet. That's a bit cheap, isn't it? I can't even sit in there. Look, there's no space for anything. I don't know why you're getting any fun out of this. Well, I'm just sitting on here. Definite fail for Skoda. But if you need a bit more space, you could always go for the standard Enyaq with its bigger boot. Or maybe you'd be better off with this Kia EV3. This model is slightly down on power compared with the Skoda. Its single motor produces 204 horsepower and 283 newton meters of torque, but it has a slightly bigger 78 kilowatt hour battery. And best of all, it's one of the cheapest cars here. The longest range Air model costs just £36,000, and that's not all. One of the things I really like about the Kia EV3, and I can't believe I'm saying this, but this is what cars have become: physical controls for the fan and the temperature. Brilliant. Now practicality in here is pretty good as well. Visibility is good. What I really like though is the suspension. It's really smooth, really comfortable. It's a nice car to drive. The steering's good as well. The brakes aren't too grabby. It's just a nice, friendly, relaxing companion. What's not so good though is this is the entry-level car, and like the materials on here just feel a bit cheap. Like, yeah, it hurts when you put your arm on there, but high-spec cars do have nicer trims inside. Another thing I'm not so keen on is when you're going quicker, you do notice there's a little bit of wind noise, and while it handles okay, being front-wheel drive, if you're accelerating out of a tight bend, the traction control does kick in because the front wheels do want to spin up. And to be fair, this version isn't that punchy really for overtaking on the motorway. So far we've done 143 miles. This Kia has 56% of its battery remaining. That's good for a range of 196 miles, and I'm averaging 4 miles per kilowatt hour. That means the Kia is still in first place, but the Xpeng is gaining on it with 193 miles of range left. The Tesla has 176 miles, the Skoda 150 miles, the BYD 146 miles, and the Leapmotor is starting to run low with just 81 miles of range remaining. In other news, the Audi RS-Q8 is down to 75% of its tank, which is good for 340 miles. I now say this when I praise the design of each new car I drive, but now I think this is the best looking car so far. It's like a small EV9. I love the EV9, and they've recreated it in this EV3. It's sort of cyberpunky. It's got style, it's interesting, and it looks different. It's a win. This car is just not as roomy as the others in the back. It's okay, like knee room, like headroom's all right, and you know, I don't think you're too close to the floor either, but I just feel a touch more cramped. I can't really stretch out as much. It's going to be tougher on longer distances in the back of this car than the others I've tested so far, but let's try it now with 3 in the back at once. I think this is going to be bad.
No.
Actually, I don't think like shoulder room is any worse than the Skoda. It's not loads worse.
No, but the headroom.
Headroom's bad because of the sloping roof. Yeah.
I think shoulder room's only better because the windows are lower.
Okay, and knee room isn't great for you tall guys. Tall guys. Anyway, even let me just try it Go on, try just normally.
Okay, so once you can lean back in the seat a bit, it's better, yeah.
But it's the smallest of all of them. Yeah, this is not good. Let's get out of it. The boot capacity of the EV3 is 460 litres. It's the second worst here, but actually, do you know what? I'm going to do that because the 460 litres includes that. So go on, get in there, Rory. I know.
Get on that.
Well, yeah, we'll take all of that out. Now, with the others, we didn't do that, but they didn't have much space underneath their false floor, so it was pointless. I think this is going to work out great. If you fit in there, Cameron, it's you've got to go under here though. This is the problem, mate. I'll probably put your feet up there. This is going to work. Definitely works. That works. That's fine. It's fine for me anyway. Now let's find out if it's got a front boot. Come on, Keir, you can do it. Well, it sort of has, but it's like the size of one of those like airplane size carry-on suitcases. I'm just like a cat though. Any box, I'll get into it. No, I really won't. Look, even my arse is too fat to fit in there. It's enough of this. You get the idea. Let's move on to my final car, the Tesla Model Y. This long-range version has a 75 kilowatt-hour battery and a single electric motor with 308 horsepower, which drives the rear wheels. The car costs from just under £49,000. There's quite a few things I like about the Tesla Model Y. People used to go on about how the fact that interior quality isn't great, but that's not true.
I've just had my first warning in the Leap motor. It says battery low, charge immediately. I've got just 19% of my battery left. 50 miles of range and, well, over 50 miles to go to our next stop, so looks like I'm in trouble here.
That is not good. Anyway, what is good, like I was saying, is the interior quality on this car. So even down here, squidgy soft plastics. You won't find any cheap feeling plastics actually really here in the front. Design wise, I love the look of it as well. It's minimalist, it works. The infotainment screen is brilliant. Now it is a bit annoying because you have to control everything through it, like the blooming door mirrors and stuff like that, frustrating. But the sat nav's great, the traffic avoidance on it is great, and the way it can plan your route via superchargers is also great. So they've improved the suspension on this so it's not so bouncy as before, and it does ride very well. It's still firm, so it's got an agile feel to it, and the steering is super responsive, maybe a little bit too responsive for something like this, but it does drive nicely, and the brakes feel the most pure of all the cars tested. Plus performance, it's decent. It doesn't feel that much behind the BYD, even though that's got way more power. Oh, and the visibility, it's the best in this car. Love the view forward out of this thing, so good. What's not so good though? Well, I do hate some of the things on this car in the way that in order to select the gear, you have to do it through here, so you slide it on the screen. Now it does know if you want to go forward, but if you want to put into reverse, you have to do it like that. I'd rather they had a stalk like you had on older Teslas. At least they put the stalk for the indicator back. That is one good thing. Other than that, hard to fault. Now, if you'd rather save yourself some cash and get a used Tesla Model Y, there's plenty on Carwow because we sell used cars as well. Here's one that I found. It's a 23 model year. It's got less than 50,000 miles on the clock, and you can have it for £20,000. Now, whenever you're buying a used car, you do need to make sure you do a vehicle history check, and I recommend using our partners Car Vertical. So here's a Car Vertical check on that particular car on Carwow. As you can see, it's clear for finance. There's no outstanding finance on it. It hasn't been stolen. The mileage checks out, and it doesn't have any reports against it for accident damage. However, here's an example of a Tesla Model Y that does have a report against it for accident damage, and you can see some pictures of the car when it was damaged. Now there's a chance that could be put back on the road. You wouldn't know unless you did a Car Vertical report. So if you're thinking about getting a used car, make sure you check out Car Vertical. I'll put a link to them in the description, and use the code CARWOW for 20% off. Got that? CARWOW, 20% off. So we've done 188 miles. This Tesla's got 37% of its battery remaining. That's good for 125 miles, and we're averaging 226.8 watt hours per mile, which comes to 4.4 miles per kilowatt hour. This means the Tesla is still in third place, but the Kia's dropped down to second place with 140 miles, while the Xpeng is in the league with 145 miles of remaining range. The Skoda is in fourth with 111 miles left, and the BYD fifth with 97 miles. Unsurprisingly, the Leap motor is last with fewer than 50 miles remaining. Right, so it's down to the Leap motor. We're going to see whether it's going to have to leave the motorway very soon to go find a charger.
Warning number 3 morning in the Leap motor. It says battery very low. Stop the vehicle now. I still have 17 miles of range and 7% of my battery, so I'll keep going for a little bit longer.
That is very brave of you. I don't know why it's saying stop the vehicle now though. We've never had that before in a range test when it's been like stop the vehicle when you've still got like 17 miles of range left. Doesn't make sense at all. I hope it doesn't just conk out here.
Well, I agree, but I am going to do what EV drivers do now at this point, which is slow down, cruise, and take the first available exit, which is coming up on the left.
Have you got it in eco mode already?
Well, I'm not going to take that exit because there was a truck in the way. I'm going to take the next available exit, and yes, I have it in eco mode.
Imagine if that truck has just meant that you were going to get stranded miles from a charger.
Hopefully that's not the case.
Good luck. Well, let's find out how much further to the next exit. Quite a way. Oh dear. So what percent are you on?
I'm now on 6%.
That's plenty. I don't know why it's telling you to stop the vehicle.
I guess it's just playing it safe. We shall see though.
Do you know what? That Leap motor is a complete unknown. I've got a rough idea what's going to happen with this Tesla because I've done range tests in Teslas before. We've never done a Leap motor. Don't know what's going to happen. In fact, we've never done an Xpeng. This is the life of an EV driver trying to get off a motorway into a charging point. You end up getting penned in by annoyed truck drivers.
This is it for the Leap motor. I have to turn off now. I'm scared what message is going to come up next.
How far is it to a nearby charging point?
I have no idea. This looked pretty barren of charges on the map, so I'm going to have to take my chances.
What? You're just going completely blind? You have no idea?
No idea at all, so wish me luck.
I think you're going to need it. Oh my god. See you, Leap motor. Oh dear. I hope this isn't an omen. Look, Tesla Model Y stopped on the hard shoulder.
This is Rory in the Skoda. I've just hit 20% battery, got an orange battery warning light and a warning came up saying please check your battery level. I've still got 64 miles of range though, and I'm still doing 4 miles per kilowatt hour.
Interestingly, my Tesla battery is at 21%, but I've had no warnings yet. Maybe it will give me one when I hit 20. Remaining range apparently is 71 miles. In total, we're getting on for 240 miles, look. And my average efficiency is 226.4. So that's still 4.4 miles per kilowatt hour. Let's find out what the others are doing. Kia, how are you getting on?
Down to 26% battery, got 83 miles of range left, and that is 4.1 miles per kilowatt hour.
I'm just going to interrupt there because my battery sign has gone to a amber. And that must be because now I'm at 20% battery. So similar to the Skoda then. Oh, how's the BYD doing?
12% with 36 miles remaining. 33.3 kilowatt hours per 100 miles, and that equates to 3 miles per kilowatt hour. Still no warning lights though.
So that is the least efficient car, but then it is the only one with 4-wheel drive. Finally then, let's find out about the Xpeng.
So we are on 23% with 79 miles of range remaining with an efficiency of 3.6 miles per kilowatt hour.
That means the Xpeng has dropped to second place behind the Kia. The Tesla is third, the Skoda is fourth, and the BYD is fifth. However, I still hadn't heard from the driver in the Leap motor, so there's a slim chance it was still going. But how would all these ranges compare with the Audi RS Q8?
So I've got a half tank of fuel. It's saying I'll do another 240 miles, and I'm averaging 25.1 miles per gallon.
Driver drowsiness detected. Don't feel tired, I just laughed a little bit at the efficiency of that big, powerful SUV. Tesla took umbrage at it though, clearly. Right, I'm finally going to break the trend that the next car that I drive is the best looking one, because while I do really like the changes that Tesla have made to the Model Y's face and its rear, the rear especially, it's beautiful. I love the rear end of this car. It didn't really have that much to build on, did it? Because the original car just didn't look right. And despite having a good front and a good rear, from the side profile, it still looks a little bit like an egg. For me, this is the car that feels the most spacious in the back seats. Got loads of headroom, loads of knee room, loads of foot space. The front seats are really jacked up so you can stretch out like you're in a limousine. These seat backs are nicely reclined. It is very, very comfortable. Plus, look, we've got a screen in the back so we can control some things and play some games and stuff like that. Lovely. Oh, wait. We're not over yet. Come on, guys. Okay, for me, in the middle, this feels like the best.
I think it's good, yeah, definitely.
I think it's the best as well.
That is conclusive. I'm still going to do this anyway, Nick. The boot capacity of the Tesla Model Y is 822 litres, so the biggest by far, but let's test it with some men. So, men, Rory, get in there. It goes quite a long way back, so can you get in?
Yeah.
Can you get it? Oh, okay. Get your feet, that's it.
Yeah,
Use that
nice.
space. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to go for a will. Where there's a will, there's a way. Maybe. Get your head in there, maybe, or your feet. I don't know. I'll leave you to play that game. You've got to go into the... Oh, yeah, shuffle in. Do you want some help? I want you to be able to do it on your own. Right, wait there. Let's see. This might hurt a bit. No, it's cracking the glass. There's something I've got to do, right. So, just jump out, Will. Cameron, can we just try you? I think Will was the right. Oh, you're going to go that way. No, it might be right actually. I think he might have gone in all wrong. Right, no, that's it. That's it, Cameron. I think you're in. It's just gonna. There we go. Oh wait. Oh, sorry, I need to do that. Otherwise, it doesn't count. Come on. Yes. Oh, but. I've got an idea, Will. You see, with the Kia, we took the false floor out, and this has a false floor with some decent space underneath. So, Cameron, if you just jump out a second. Oh, sorry. Can I just put these things here? Yeah, Rory, see if you can like get yourself on there. Just do a bit of jiggery pokery. Go on, jump in.
On there?
Yeah, on that little shelf bit. I don't know if you can do that.
I'm on the shelf.
I think now, Will, you might be able to get yourself in there. Get your arse like kind of down in there. I think you might be all right. I think this might work. It all depends how supple you are, Will. Watch your head a bit, Will, because we've got to shut this down. Watch that arm. Watch that arm. Get that arm in. There we go. Right, that's it. A definite clear win for the Tesla Model Y. This is going to be another win for the Tesla. Yes, look. Nice and big. I could take a bath in it, which is probably quite possible today, seeing how much rain there is. Let's get someone bigger in, actually. I think you're slightly like chunkier. Yeah, you fit. Win for the Tesla. I hit the road again to get some more miles under my belt, but it wasn't long before one of the cars got another warning message.
Hey, this is Will in the BYD. I now have a notification. I've hit 10% of my battery remaining, 32 miles range. And I also have a plug symbol that says, please charge in time.
We'll leave them to charge in time then. What's your plan then?
I mean, I've still got 32 miles of range, so I'm going to stick it out with you guys for a while, but it looks like I'll be the next one to turn off.
So the car with the biggest battery is going to turn off second. Now we've had to take a bit of a diversion because there was an accident on the motorway, so we've taken some back roads, but that shouldn't matter. It might actually help these get a bit more range because we've been driving slower.
It's Will with the BYD. I hit 5% battery remaining. It's decided to take away my predicted range left. A bit of a guessing game, to be honest. Hopefully I can make it some charges.
Has anyone else got any problems?
Yeah, it's Ollie in the Kia. I've just had a 20% battery warning come up saying low EV battery warning, visit a nearby charging station, and then it's just got my range below that, and it also gives me the option to search for stations.
That's handy. Has anyone got more battery than 20% remaining? Xpeng, what have you got?
I am currently on 16% with 58 miles on the range.
Okay, so that's looking good for them. I'm on 48. Skoda, what have you got?
13% battery, and that means I've got 45 miles of range.
Or Skoda, it's very close between me and you, so I think we're going to go to the same charger. RSQ8, how you doing?
I'm doing great. I've got half a tank of fuel, saying 190 miles range, and I'm averaging 24.9 miles per gallon.
Oh, his economy has gone down ever so slightly, but still plenty left in his tank.
Hey guys, Will in the BYD, 93%. I think this is the end of the road for me.
Well, here we go. We're going to lose the BYD. The car with the biggest battery is leaving the convoy second. I wasn't expecting that.
Rory in the Skoda, I'm down to 10% battery now and 36 miles of range. The 10% has now gone red from orange. Still got the other battery symbol on the instrument cluster, but on the main entertainment screen it's blanked off and everything else. It says please charge your vehicle. You can search for a charging station nearby. I'm not going to because I've got a plan. Things are getting pretty real in the Skoda.
Well, I don't know what your plan is, but I'm going to follow you because I'm on 11% and 38 miles of range. So I'm just going to stick with you. I think we're going to end up in the same place. So I'll let you do the thinking and I'll do the following. Oh, look, I'm on 10% now. Oh, here we go. First proper warning. Plan your next charge. We're at 9%, you see. It's like, oh, show chargers. Yeah, show me some chargers. Oh, look, there's a supercharger there. There's one there. It's good. It's nice. Some up here as well. Look, that's all good. Yes. That meant there was only one car that didn't seem concerned about its remaining range, the Xpeng. But that was all about to change.
So the first warning in the Xpeng.
The battery logo has gone orange now, and there was also a big red dialog box saying please consider your remaining range. We've got 35 miles left on the range. I'm going to try to get to a charger in Berwick, that's 38 miles away.
I'm at 8%. We did 280 miles, and this car's average energy consumption is 227 watt hours per mile, which is still 4.4 miles per kilowatt hour. 27 miles. I'm going to push on to Berwick as well because I won't be beaten. So let's see what the Kia's doing.
I'm down to 12% battery. I've got 36 miles of range, 4.1 miles per kilowatt hour.
Skoda, how you doing?
Skoda has 7% battery now, which means currently I can go 23 miles and it's doing 4.1 miles per kilowatt hour.
So the Kia is still ahead of the Xpeng by just 1 mile of range. The Tesla is third and the Skoda fourth. But after this, range warnings started to come thick and fast. Oh look, after that my charge meter has gone from amber to red. Woo!
So I've just had another update in the Kia after hitting 10% battery. A charge immediately warning, battery's on red now.
Oh, plan your next charge. All known locations will be out of range soon. Yeah, but you're just talking about superchargers, aren't you? It is just talking about superchargers. No, it's not. I'm wrong, look. It's all chargers. Don't care. Wait a minute, has it gone mad? One of those chargers was in the Netherlands and the other one was in Bristol.
So we've got an update in the Xpeng. The battery sign has now gone red. I'm on my last 5%. The range is 18 miles.
This is Rory in the Skoda. I've got 2% battery and 7 miles of range, and I've got a distinct lack of power. I'd say about 50% of what I had before.
This Tesla doesn't really feel any slower, as far as I'm concerned. I'm on 3%, so Rory, I'm going to push on to Berwick upon Tweed. Are you going to risk it?
The odds are kind of stacked against me now. It looked okay for a while, but I'm getting a little bit worried. So I'm going to keep going to 0. I'm going to see how the car feels, and then I will update you.
Where can he go though? There's some services here.
Here in the Xpeng again. We've got another dialog box that's appeared on the screen that says low electric driving range, charge in time, as well as a yellow battery marker in the top left screen. Battery's now 4%, with a 12-mile range remaining. Definitely noticing that the range is going down at a drastic rate.
Well, we're all about to just sail past. There's some charge points here. I've got 2% battery. Chargers? Chargers? We don't need chargers. But this could have been a huge mistake. There was only one accessible charger between our location and the next town of Berwick upon Tweed on the Scottish border, almost 20 miles away. If we didn't turn off now, would any of these cars make it?
It's Cameron here in the Xpeng. We're on 3% and I'm noticing a drastic loss in power now.
I'm at 1%, and interestingly, let's bring up the trip computer.
This is Rory in the Skoda. I'm down to 0% battery. I had 2 miles remaining range. And because I'm taking this seriously, I've just turned off my climate control and it's jumped up to 3 miles of range. So bring it on, Tesla.
Okay, let's get my climate off. Off. Heated seats off. No, doesn't make any difference in this. How far have we gone? Have we done 300 miles yet? Yes, 302 miles. Says I've got 4 miles remaining. How far to Berwick?
30.
Rory in Skoda, I've just had a warning up on the dash that said no charge remaining, please stop now.
Please stop now.
It says I have no battery remaining, but I've got 2 miles of range. So the messages are all over the place, but I'm just going to crack on. The car still can do 55 miles an hour here, so it's absolutely fine.
I think we might make Berwick. Can't guarantee it, but we shall see. Xpeng, how you doing now though? Because your battery's just been dropping off a cliff.
I'm on 2% with 7 miles remaining.
That's 4 more than
with
me.
15 miles to go to Berwick.
And finally, Kia.
I'm on 5% battery, 14 miles left.
Done.
And still going at 4.1 miles per kilowatt hour.
In the Skoda, we've got 0% battery, 0% range, no extra messages, but I'm just going to be super careful now.
How's he going to be careful?
Performance is restricted in the Skoda. I think I'm probably going to have to pull off soon for safety. I might pull off onto the 6353 up here because I'm worried that I'm just going to conk out and there's no parking area. So yeah, this might be the last of the Skoda, I'm afraid.
Well, I'm at 0%, but I've had Teslas go a long old way on 0%. We're at 1 mile still remaining. Oh, we might need them later. So has he got an estate?
Yeah, guys, I'm going to take the left here to Lowick because this car is not feeling happy.
Oh, Rory, bad luck, mate. I thought we were going to be closer than this, but I bet you end up doing a shed load of miles, driving around in circles. Anyway, see you in a bit. At this point, I had just 1 mile of range remaining, and it was almost 10 miles to the next town, but I had no choice. I couldn't turn back. We're now on 0 miles. So we hit 0 miles of range at 307.2. But how about the Kia and the Xpeng? They've been leading the pack all day, so how much further could they go?
So the Kia has just hit 3% battery and 10 miles. I haven't had any additional warnings or bongs yet, but there's about a half a second delay between putting your foot down and getting any actual power out of it.
I'm literally not feeling anything like that in the Tesla. It just seems fine. Actually, it is a bit slower. Not loads, it doesn't feel terrible. I'm not as extreme sounding as others.
Similarly, I also haven't had any extra bongs or anything on the screen, but I have noticed that the AC has turned off and the windows are misting up. Only 2 miles of range now. Oh, and literally on time that was. Battery sleep dangerously low, drive carefully, dialogue box in the middle. The amount of power I'm getting is going down by the second.
I think this Tesla might actually beat the Xpeng.
Just hit 0% in the Xpeng.
Ooh! Just out of interest, how's the Audi doing?
I'm glad you asked, Matt. We're doing great. We've still got over 30% of our tank remaining. It's saying we'll do 150 miles and we're averaging 25.2 miles per gallon. I'm
now on purpose driving slower. How far is it to Berwick?
So the centre of Berwick is 5.5 miles away.
Okay, we're just going to press on.
There's Cameron in the Xpeng here. Not only is my battery at 0%, but my range is also at 0%. Drastic loss in power as well.
The battle is on between this and the Xpeng. Can the Tesla beat it?
I can't even get up to 50. I'm going to take the next right turning. I think that's me, guys.
Bye. This feels fine. Yeah, it's got enough poke as well. Hey, look at this. Going over the bridge into the centre of Berwick. We made it. Question is though, will I be able to push on for another 3 miles to make it over the border into Scotland? I think the Kia will. Not sure about the Tesla, but I'm going to give it a go.
So in the Kia, I've got a sign saying power limited. It doesn't even show me a range anymore.
Wouldn't it be funny if the Tesla can beat the Kia? Because earlier on, about halfway through, it was looking like the Kia was easily going to win, and then the Xpeng, and then this. We're going to head to Scotland. We're getting close. Done 10 miles on no battery and no range. What is this witchcraft? Once again, beautiful view, look at that. Lovely. Well, apart from the big windmill. But then it might be powering this car. Oh, that's the first time I felt it. A drop in power from the Tesla. Oh no. How far to Scotland?
It's literally a minute away.
A minute?
Where that junction is.
Scottish border. Here we are. Come on, Tesla. Oh dear, here comes a steep hill. I'm regenning. Oh dear. I'm so determined to beat that Kia. Come on. This is a proper battle. Right, I've got the air conditioning off, so I'm having to lower the window slightly to vent the car. I'm determined to do this. I'm trying to use as little electricity as possible. Oh no, the steaming's getting bad. Here we go. Turning off the A1 now. I've made it to Scotland. Going to get it somewhere safe to break down, because the A1 is not that place.
Ollie, in the Kia, I've just noticed after coming out of that junction, quite a drastic drop in power.
This Tesla feels fine. Like, actually pushes you back in your seat still. That is nuts. It had been so long since the first car left our convoy that I'd assumed it had died hours ago, but I was about to get some surprising news. Oh look, phone call from Nick in the Leap Motor. Hello, 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 go on, tell us what's happened.
So I finally died, and that was 19 miles after suddenly hitting 0 miles range. So I drove around a service station car park, the equivalent of driving across the English Channel basically.
Well, I'll just pause you there. The Kia's just turned off. Just quickly, let's speak to the Kia. Hello Kia, what's happened?
I'm losing power drastically, and I'm just going to do the loop of this little town. Just noticed the heating is actually turned off, so it's got very chilly in here.
So I'm up a steep slope, but pickup's not so good. Unable to drive. Battery charge. Unable to drive. What? Nick, what were you saying? Fill us in quickly.
So mine locked itself in park. I managed to trick it into thinking I was in the car by putting my bag on the driver's seat, got it into neutral through the driver's window and pushed it to a charger.
Okay, well I'm going to put my window down.
So it managed 224 miles. That is 3.4 miles per kilowatt hour. 85% of what it claimed to do. And it drove for 19 miles after hitting 0.
Wow. I'm at about 18 miles after saying 0. I'm going to keep going because I'm coming to a hill now, and hopefully I can get some energy in my battery. But this is getting sketchy for me. Oh, this is squeaky bum time. I've had this in a Tesla Model Y before where it's been fine and then it just died and had to suddenly steer into a farmer's field to get off the road. There's a farmer's field there, but there's someone stood in the entrance, so I can't go in there. Keep your eyes peeled, fellas. Unable to drive. I'm definitely still driving. I reckon if I was to stop the car now, it wouldn't let me restart it, so I've got to keep on rolling. Hopefully no junctions or traffic lights. I want to do 20 miles over from when it said it was empty, because then we have beaten the Leap Motor for the most insane amount of extra mileage after the battery is supposedly done. I just need to do 1.3 miles. 19 miles since it said it was empty, so equal with the Leap Motor. No. This is a very steep hill. I'm not convinced that we're getting up here. Come on, get to the top of this hill. Do not stop here. I'm going to do a U-E here. See if I'll make it round. It's going to make me stop. I'm just going to go up here. Keep going, beautiful Tesla. Come on, you can do it. You can get to 20 miles over. 20 miles beyond, we're almost there. We're just 0.3 of a mile. Come on, this is the most exhilarating quarter mile I've ever done, and I've done a few. Come on, do it. Give me what I want. 0.9, come on Tesla. And there we go, 327 miles, 20 miles since it said it was empty, no range left. Look at that. Right, this is stopping now. We should have pulled over there. Come on. We need to make it to a passing place. Come on. I can see one on the right. This car is dying right now. We just need to make it to that indentation and we are happy. Come on, come on, come on Tesla, come on, 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 you beauty. Power, pull over safely. This is it. It is the end. We are here. We have made it. It's done it again! A Tesla Model Y just makes it to a place of safety when it is all over. Vehicle shutting down, battery too low, charge immediately to ensure vehicle will start, remain responsive and avoid potential battery repair. Right, we need to send for help right away. Okay, so the Tesla did 327.5 miles on a full charge. It's supposed to do 387 miles, so that's 85% of the claimed range, which is actually the best we've had out of a Tesla Model Y in terms of percent of its claimed range. And it's averaged 226.3 watt hours per mile. That works out to 4.4 miles per kilowatt hour. Ordinarily, running out of battery in a place like this would be a disaster, but I'd organised for something special to come and help me out. And while I waited for that to arrive, I had enough time to check in with the BYD.
The BYD went for a total of
277 miles. It managed to do 6 miles additional after it hit 0% on the dials. It got to the point where I couldn't drive it anymore. It basically took itself out of drive, so I had to get out of the car, lock it, unlock it, get back in. I was then able to crawl to a charger, and I'm currently plugged up charging.
Excellent. So what was the percentage of the claimed range that you achieved?
It was about 89%, an average of 3 miles per kilowatt hour.
Cheers then, Will. Here we go. Help has arrived in a diesel van. But there's something special inside the diesel van that's going to help me. This is a Zap Me van from ZP Energy, and it's carrying a massive portable DC charger that can help stranded electric cars recharge in remote locations. Perfect. This 50 kilowatt hour battery pack was able to charge my Tesla at a rate of 28 kilowatts, and it got even faster as the battery warmed up. But Jock from ZapMe explained that they have a brand new setup that can charge at 150 kilowatts. That's quicker than most public chargers in the UK. What do you charge with them besides us?
Well, that one's mainly for buses.
Okay, so when the buses run out.
Yeah.
Right.
It's regular.
Is it?
You see all the rich ones, they're all wanting charging as a service. The boys in London,
yeah,
suits and that on,
yeah,
going to people's houses,
yeah,
charging their cars on their driveway and charging them at work because they've not got time to go to charging stations.
That is brilliant.
Charging as a service is phenomenal.
Over at 1%. We've left the Tesla charging because I've heard that the Kia has broken down and it's not in a great position, so it needs some help being pushed out of the way. So we're heading to it now in the RSQ8. What I don't know is how far that Kia did until it conked out. I'm hoping that it's less than the Tesla, the 327.5 miles, but we'll find out in a moment. Interestingly, the Audi covered 329 miles at this point, and it was returning 24.9 miles per gallon. It still had a quarter of a tank of fuel left and should manage another 95 miles. It's a good place though. If you're going to conk out, this is a safe place to do it. So, shall we move it?
Oh yeah, you just want to move it, do you?
We'll push it.
Oh, yeah, I didn't try that.
It doesn't move, does it? Have you tried locking it and unlocking it?
Yep.
I've tried turning it on and turning it off, so...
Oh, I know the thing. Right, you stay there.
Yep.
What if it's got that thing where if you're out of it, you can't push it? No, it really won't. No, it's not going to have any of it. How far did it go on a full charge?
We weren't.
I can see it there. Damn, 329.1 miles. I cannot believe it. That's 1.6 miles further than the Tesla. You won. You averaged 4.2 miles per kilowatt hour. So this car's supposed to do 375 miles on a full charge. So you got 88% of the claimed range. So how long did it go after it said no range?
It kept up its power, I'd say, for another 5-6 miles.
Okay.
And then I got to the hill over there and I did a loop of that hill past the Spa garage, and I did that about 8-9 times and it conked out here.
Okay.
Slammed the brakes on, went not anymore.
Oh really? So it just stopped itself?
Stopped itself.
Hey, check it out, here comes Jock. While the Kia charges, let's find out how the Skoda did.
Hello, Matt.
Hi Rory, you okay?
I'm very well, yeah, thank you very much.
What's happened? Where are you?
I'm actually sat at McDonald's and I'm charging outside, which is great. Basically, when I left you off the A1, went on some farm roads, that basically forced me back onto the A1 pretty quickly. So I thought, well, whatever, I'll take my chances. A higher speed, it'll help it run out quicker. And as I was joining, the thing got very unhappy. And thankfully, as I crested a hill, it cut out.
Uh-oh.
But I rolled all the way down the hill and into a side road, and it ended up doing 308 miles, and it basically did 4.1 miles per kilowatt hour, and that is about 87% of what it was supposed to do. And I think it went about 9 miles beyond zero, so not a bad showing from the Skoda, I don't think.
Not bad at all. So how did you get yourself to that charger then?
Our friends at ZapMe obviously helped us. He was coming up the road. That was my saving grace in the end.
Everyone's conked out. You beat the Leap motor. You beat the BYD. I'm just going to check one last fact. I want to know if the Tesla beat the Xpeng. Hey Cameron, how you doing?
I'm good. I'm currently in the middle of a road, in the middle of a village.
That's
nowhere
okay.
Near a charger.
Okay, so all right though, because it's a 20, so it's probably quite safe. How far did it go before it conked out?
328.3 miles.
Oh no, you beat the Tesla by like 0.8 of a mile. Oh,
you're joking.
You got second place after the Kia. Okay, so how far did you go when it was on 0? I did about 20 miles on the battery claiming to be empty.
I think it was probably around 20 or so miles as well. We did 92.7 of its claimed range.
That is pretty decent, that is. I think it's the best out of all the cars. Okay, so what was your energy consumption?
25.9 kilowatt hours per 100 miles. That converts to 3.9 miles per kilowatt hour.
How did the car break down?
So I was just going up and down a street for a while. It then came up with a further warning with a kind of turtle symbol came up on the dash, and it basically said power depleted, and then it really started to slow down. I couldn't even really go to 30, and it wasn't very long after that where it completely died. I think it maybe lasted 5 or 10 minutes after that, and the parking brake came on when it came to a full stop, which wasn't great.
And it's locked on, it won't let you turn off the parking brake?
Yeah, I've tried to turn it off and it just won't turn off. Thankfully a kind man brought me some cones, so no one goes straight into the back of it, which was very nice.
Okay, that's good. Well, I'll send Jock with the big battery pack to come and rescue you, so hold tight. This was by far the closest range test I've ever done. The Kia came first, managing 329.1 miles. The Xpeng was just 0.8 of a mile behind it with a total of 328.3 miles, and the Tesla was another 0.8 miles behind that with 327.5 miles. The Skoda managed 308 miles, so it takes 4th place. The BYD came 5th after completing 277 miles, and finally the Leapmotor was last. It died after 224 miles. Interestingly, the Xpeng managed 93% of its claimed range, which was higher than any other car here. Yet the Tesla was the most efficient, managing 4.4 miles per kilowatt hour. But there's one other car we haven't discussed. We're in the Audi RSQ8 now, and it's still going on its single tank of fuel. We've done 426 miles. It actually has been reading 0 miles of range since 413 miles. The fuel light is on flashing red. We've got about 7 miles to a service station where we can get petrol. Hopefully we're going to make it. Too much jeopardy for one evening. We made it to the fuel station. So this car has done 433 miles on a full tank. It did 20 miles when it said there was no range remaining. It has averaged 24.8 mpg, and we're going to find out now how much it cost for those 433 miles, because we're going to fill it up. 82.59 litres, total cost of £107.28. When I do the maths, works out to just under 25p a mile. But how does that compare with these electric cars? Well, if I charge these EVs at home using cheap off-peak electricity, here's how much today's journey would have cost in total and per mile. And even if I used a rapid DC charger, which can cost 10 times more than the cheapest home electricity, here's how much the journey would have cost. And that means most of these electric cars would still cost less to run than the Audi RSQ8, with the exception of the BYD, which would actually cost slightly more. But why? Well, the C-Line 7 is the only car here with dual motors and 4-wheel drive. As a result, it had the poorest overall efficiency.
I never believed when I saw you for the first time. I changed my mind. Your eyes and your smile are a fantasy. I need